What? Yo, I love making these videos. What up, squad? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert Brix Glover, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I basically lost 150 pounds about 7 years ago, and on this channel I share all of the wisdom, all of the knowledge that I gained during that process, and I share with you my mistakes so you don't have to make the same mistakes. So subscribe. Shout out to the Brix Squad. Brix Squad, check in right now in the comment section. I love talking to you guys down below, so keep showing it love. Anyway, so today's video is a Q&A. So you guys sent me some questions through my Instagram story. And if you don't follow me on Instagram at Brix Fitness. It's right here. I'm on Instagram a lot, so if you want to keep up with what's going on with me and my journey, follow me on Instagram. So let's jump right into it. So the first question, how different are your maintenance workouts versus the ones you were doing to lose weight? So that's a great question, and honestly the only thing I change from my maintenance style workouts to my fat loss style workouts is I add a HIIT session at the end. So I'll do 45 to 55 minutes of weight training. I mainly do full body workouts, or I do upper body and lower body splits. I don't really do body parts. I don't really do chest and tries, back and shoulders. I don't really do that. Once in a while I will, but for the most part it's just upper body, lower body, or full body. But anyway, after my weight training session, I usually throw in about a 5 to 10 minute HIIT session when I'm trying to prepare for that season, you feel me? And that's really the biggest difference. And my HIIT session is normally like sprints, or I'll do burpees, or I'll do some sort of plyometric exercise where I'm jumping around, getting my heart rate up, and I'm pushing myself to the max, but only for 5 to 10 minutes. And that's it. That's the only difference between my workout. Most of the difference in my life between maintenance and weight loss obviously is nutrition. So in a few weeks I'm going to be gearing up to get ready for that season. And I'm preparing for that season. I start tracking my macros. I start counting my calories. I start being a little bit more mindful of how much I eat out and how much alcohol I intake. That's really where the biggest differences occur in nutrition, not so much in the gym. My workouts are always boring. They are. You guys would be very unimpressed with my workouts. It's very simple. But anyway, next question. What should my nutrition look like if I'm trying to get a six-pack? Well, all right, so I'm gonna answer this from this perspective. If you're going from beer belly, right, or you're going from fat stomach with the goal of having a six-pack, there's stages. There are definitely stages in this process. The first stage would be making sure that you are just in a caloric deficit and you are getting enough protein. Obviously you're working out, you're doing cardio, you're not doing too much cardio, but you're doing maybe 60 minutes of cardio per week. That's about all I did during my process. Take that with a grain of salt. Everyone's body is different. Everyone needs different amounts of cardio. I only need 60 to 75 minutes of cardio per week when I'm trying to lose body fat. But anyway, there's the stage where you're focusing on just the caloric deficit and just getting enough protein. And after you lose a certain amount of weight and you develop a better relationship with food, you go on to the next stage where that last 20 pounds, right? For me, that was the hardest thing. In order to reveal my abs, to lose that last 20 to 30 pounds was way harder than losing the first 120. And that's just my experience, because at that point, my body had gotten used to all my exercise, gotten used to all my nutrition, and it was at this comfortable stage where it didn't want to let go of any more body fat. So what I had to do was up my intensity and get totally anal about my macros. And that's the next stage. First stage, just calories and protein, and you're just building a good relationship with food in general, building a good relationship with exercise. Next stage is high intensity exercise and really tight macros, knowing exactly what you're putting in your body. Every meal is calculated, every meal is planned, and honestly, that lifestyle is not cool. It is not fun. If you have a goal of having a six-pack, I think every man should experience it once in their lifetime. But it costs a lot of energy. It costs a lot of, let me put it like this. Your life is basically going to have to revolve around getting a six pack, because it takes that level of dedication and sacrifice. You can't have the social life that you have right now. You have to track everything you eat. There's so many downsides to it. And I try to warn people of that. If that goal is that important to you, just know you're going to have to make those sacrifices. Is it worth it? I'm gonna leave that up to you to decide. I did it. I almost lost my mind, and now I found a comfortable place where I don't have the crazy GQ magazine cover six pack, but I still found a place where I can enjoy my life and still love the way my body looks. And that's going to be different for every person. So good luck with that. To wrap that up, the key to getting a six pack is knowing exactly what you're supposed to be eating, your macro split, which is how many of your carbs are from proteins, fats, and carbs, and making sure that you're adding the intensity to your workouts. Lower your rest times, up the intensity, do some HIIT training, high intensity interval style training, and that's the sauce right there. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, boom. Before we go to the next question, if you are tired of failing, right? If you continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, and this only applies to the people who are ready to do something different than they've done before. If you're ready for that and you need the guidance, right? I have two options for you. You can hire me as a coach. I have 3 online coaching slots available right now. Or you can grab the 12-week transformation jumpstart program, where it basically outlines the process step by step. It answers every question I've ever been asked. It's the most comprehensive workout program when it comes to transformation, right? There's nothing better than this on the internet. The links to both my coaching and the program is in the description below. Check that out. Invest in yourself. Trust me, you won't regret it. All right, so the next question, what's the best quick breakfast idea? So I legit only eat 3 breakfasts. I eat oatmeal with egg whites. I'll eat avocado toast with eggs, or protein pancakes. Well, let me say that, 4. Or during cutting season, I eat a lot of omelets, right? Low carbs, and it's very satiating, high protein. As far as a quick breakfast idea, my go-to is always oatmeal. Oatmeal with some egg whites. I put the egg whites in my oatmeal as I'm making it. Game changer. Put a scoop of protein powder and you're on your way. It takes about 7 minutes. All right, next question. Can you share how to grow an Instagram page? I know this is a little off topic and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but when it comes to growing anything on social media, it's about having something unique to offer. It's about being consistent. It's about speaking to people's pain points or having some sort of experience in your personal life that adds value to someone else's, that's going to help make their life better. So if you can tap into that and provide it on a consistent basis, and this applies to any platform, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, that's when you'll grow an audience. You have to be valuable. You have to be worth people's time. All right, next question. Are you still plant-based? So here's the deal. Do I eat plant-based? Yes. 75% of my diet is plant-based foods, but the other 25-30% is whatever I want. I do eat eggs every single day. I don't eat much meat, but if I'm out and I want some chicken wings, I'm gonna have some goddamn chicken wings. And that's just that. I don't label myself anything. I eat a diet that makes me feel the best. And the diet that I found that makes me feel the best is about 70% plant-based. All right, next question. Why do you take black seed oil? Well, for general health purposes, but most importantly, black seed oil has been shown to help with inflammation. And I still drink alcohol. I still have a lot of sugar in my diet, and inflammation is usually caused by these things. And inflammation is responsible for most of the lifestyle-induced diseases that we see. So black seed oil is one of my go-tos. I take it every single day. Next question. Do you think maintaining your weight loss is harder than losing the weight itself? So for me, and this answer is going to vary from person to person, obviously. For me, I think maintenance was way harder than weight loss, because during my weight loss process, I was obsessed. I was like a man on a mission, and I did a lot of things wrong. And that intensity of my approach, it didn't allow me to develop the habits that would have made maintenance easier. There was no way that I could have maintained my weight using the same methods and techniques and lifestyles and strategies that I was using to lose weight. So for me personally, maintenance was harder because I had to develop this medium speed. Before, it was 0 or 100. And maintenance is all about finding that 50%. So for me, maintenance was definitely harder. All right, how do you stay focused? I'm having problems now with my weight loss journey. All right, so here's the thing. I'm not focused all the time, and I'm not motivated all the time. What happened is with exercise, right? And if he's talking about how do I stay consistent with exercise, asking me how I stay consistent with exercise is like asking me how I brush my teeth every day. I've made it a habit. I've made it a part of me. Does exercise always look the same for me? No, absolutely not. Sometimes it's not intense. Sometimes it's very boring. Sometimes it's just cardio. Sometimes it's just weights. Sometimes it's just a walk in the park. It looks different, but my goal is to do something. And that is what my habit is. My habit is activity, period. And I'm super consistent with that. All right, last question. How many years has it been since you started your fitness journey, and your best advice to beginners? It's been 7 years. March 1st will make 7 years since I decided to change my lifestyle. March 1st wasn't the day that I stopped failing. No, March 1st, 2013 was the day that I stopped quitting. I failed a lot, and I still continue to fail. But failure is where it's at. But anyway, my best advice to a beginner is to find a way to have fun during the weight loss process. And that's easier than you think because it's all mental. It's all about your approach, right? So when your goal is to make it a lifestyle, you understand that that's going to take time. You're changing your habits. So when you give yourself a long period of time to reach a goal, there's less pressure. And when there's less pressure, you can have more fun. You can enjoy the process. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. Shout out to the Brix Squad. Make sure you guys leave this video a big thumbs up. And as always, I'm just trying to share the wellness with you. So get well and get money.